People like to simplify things. Humans, machines, good, bad. It makes the story easier to follow. But that's not what this is. The longer this war goes on, the harder it becomes to tell what human even means. It began with the punishing virus, a contamination that spread across the world and turned creation against its creators. Civilization didn't fall all at once. It eroded, piece by piece. Those who could escape left. They built Babylonia, a place above the world they lost, but they never stopped looking down. They sent constructs, human minds, placed inside artificial bodies to fight for a planet that no longer belonged to them, and you were assigned to lead them.
For this mission, it falls to you, Grey Raven.
Mission confirmed. Grey Raven is fully assembled.
They look like machines. They move like machines, but they remember. They feel. They hesitate because they are still human, just displaced. Their minds weren't meant for this. They fracture, slowly, silently. That's why you're there, not to control them, but to keep them from falling apart. At first, the enemy is simple. Corrupted units, predictable, replaceable. But something doesn't add up. Their movements change, their reactions delay, almost like hesitation, almost like thought. And once you notice it, you can't unsee it. Then you encounter her, Alpha. No instability, no confusion, no loss of self. She doesn't resemble the others. She understands exactly what she is and what she's doing. To Lucia, she's not just an enemy. She's a reflection of something that could have been, or something that still might be. Alpha isn't an exception. She's part of a pattern, the Ascendants. They didn't resist the punishing virus. They adapted. They changed with it. And in doing so, they became something else. Not broken, not controlled, just different. They don't want to restore humanity. They've already moved past it. Not everyone left Earth. Some couldn't. Some chose not to. They stayed and survived in their own way. They weren't rescued. They were forgotten. To them, Babylonia isn't hope. It's absence, a reminder of who was worth saving and who wasn't. Time wears things down. Bodies, systems, minds, constructs aren't immune. Memories blur, identities drift, and when there's nothing left to hold on to, they don't die, they dissolve. That's why connection matters, why presence matters, because sometimes being remembered is the only thing keeping them here. At some point, the fighting stops being about survival and starts becoming about belief. Babylonia chooses control, structure, preservation. The Ascendants choose change, freedom, evolution, and others refuse both. No path is clean, no choice is without cost. So this isn't a war between humans and machines. That distinction doesn't hold anymore. Humans became something else, and machines learned to feel. The line between them is gone. And now the question isn't who wins, it's what remains, and whether it can still be called human.
Raven is fully assembled.